Pearson Ravitz' story begins with Dr. Stephanie Pearson, a passionate OB-GYN at the height of her career. But when a shoulder injury struck during a precipitous delivery, her dreams were shattered, leaving her unable to practice medicine. Determined to make a difference, Stephanie became an advocate for her peers, guiding them through the complex disability process. Alongside insurance expert Scott Ravitz, Stephanie founded Pearson Ravitz, a company determined to approach insurance differently. Together, they set their mission to educate and empower physicians to protect their most valuable asset, their income, and the most important people in their life, their family. Today, Pearson Ravitz serves the medical community in all 50 states. At Pearson Ravitz, they understand the unique concerns of physicians. Physician-founded and physician-focused, Pearson Ravitz builds human connections before they create quotes. Life can change in an instant. It's hard to imagine that a sudden illness or injury could leave you and your family in a devastating financial situation. But with a little planning and guidance, you can prepare for every possibility. Visit PearsonRavitz.com today to schedule your consultation with the Pearson Ravitz advisor.
Finally, a source of raw, real, and honest information on healthcare issues that matter most. Welcome to BS Free MD. From the latest medical information to how to stay sane as a doctor or a patient, no subject is taboo, no BS is allowed. Now, let's welcome your hosts, Doctors May and Tim Hindmarsh.
And welcome back to another episode of BS Free MD's Truth Bombs, where we drop the real truth on you from what we've been thinking of for the week, last week, or the day. And this week's going to be all about App Nation, like as in APP, apps nation, and how we are so dependent on apps. They run our lives, and now our lives can't be run without them. And it's so annoying. And this, honestly, came to heart to me this week. We bought a new dishwasher. I get the dishwasher home. And actually, even when we were at the store, the guy showed us how wonderful this dishwasher is. But if you get the app, you can turn it on and off from your phone. And not only that, there's more settings that can only be controlled from the app. So literally, we get it home and I log on, I set it up, and now they have all my info. They know when I do my dishes, and I can't use the rinse setting unless I use the app. Bullshit, I say. And not only the dishwasher, the refrigerator, it has the thin Q, my dryer, my filter in my furnace has an app that tells me the air quality in my house, the temperature outside, and when to replace the filter. I kind of like that one because I always forget about the furnace filter. And then you know how it is when it gets all black and clogged up and you're like, oh shit. You look at it. Oh, that's right. Tim never changes it, so he doesn't know what I'm talking about. But not only that, it just seems like everything. So now you have your Nest, your Google Nest to control your temperature. So when you're away, and if you work far away, like my sister loves to turn her heat on before she gets home because she lives up north, and before she gets home, turns the heat back up. Or if the pipes break, you can turn your lights on. You can control the doorknob. You can see the person at the door dropping the packages off and talk to them from work. You are one little app away from everything, and everything crashing and burning if your apps fail. And we talked to someone about that today, a 24-year-old at the store who said his life is dependent on his apps, right?
He goes, I know they're tracking me. I know they know everything about me, but I cannot give up this convenience because I cannot run my life without it. If anyone had my phone, they would be able to turn my lights on, turn on my washing machine, control my stereo, and have
open his garage door.
All the information. Open his garage door, unlock his house. And you sit there and you go, what part of this centralization of all of your data in zeros and ones on a phone somehow doesn't make sense?
So I want to know how many people are trying to buck the system and saying, hell no, or how many people are just like, screw it. There's nothing we can do to get around it. They got all my info anyway. I got an iPhone. They're listening. They see me when it's on or off. They know what I'm doing by the TV, the Apple TV I watch. They probably watch me through the Apple TV box. They watch me through probably the computer.
What?
And of course, if you've got an a watch, an Apple Watch, which I refuse to wear because I think it's going to give me wrist cancer.
Well, I'm waiting for
then you're screwed too.
I'm waiting for the Trojan condom app. You have chlamydia.
So what? Apple's going to come out with new
your watch,
underwear or condom or toilet? Or...
No, it's a condom app, and your watch starts tapping you, and it just goes, "Dirty whore."
That's right.
You're a dirty whore. Yes.
Well, you said they're going to come out with a toilet that's going to actually predict that you have colon, tell you have colon cancer.
100% guarantee you there will be a smart toilet that will look at genetic information that you crap out and do your colon cancer risk. See if there's occult blood in there. If you're pooping blood microscopically.
They're already collecting the water samples anyway.
Urine. It's just like, you've smoked way too much weed. Because we have analyzed, like it's coming, like
it's frightening.
That is the smart toilet is going to happen. I virtually guarantee you. The problem is though, here's the problem: is we encountered this. We've never owned a pool before. We have this super nice pool, and of course I was super frustrated because the app didn't work, and so you can't control the pool.
It crashed. The system crashed.
So it's like, how am I going to turn on the fountains and heat my hot tub? I have needs, and the app crashed. You couldn't
even turn the hot tub on.
So then, well, plus you have to filter the water, right? Because we live in Florida, which is everything is in a different stage of becoming a swamp again. So thus you need filters. So I'm losing my absolute ever-loving mind. I'm like, what is going on? What? And apparently all he had to do was walk outside to the side of the house where the pump is and turn it on. Oh, yes, I did. You can't.
Oh, yes, I did.
Because it is entirely non-intuitive. If they had a little panel that you just had next to the pool where you could push the buttons like in our old school hot tub, and you go heat on, off, jets on, off. Like, it's not like that. It's
just like the app you need for the fridge, Tim, that shows you where the butter is in there, because it's not intuitive.
That would
when
actually
you open the doors
that would be useful.
Find the butter in the fridge, because usually all men, don't they just open the fridge and go, where's the whatever, and stand there and yell till the wife comes. We
have made ourselves so dependent on this. So the pool was the final straw. I just lost my mind. I said, this is absolutely insane. Like there's really no override button for this. And the reason the pool didn't work is because the pool company got hacked. And instead of paying ransomware, they said, bite me, we'll control alt delete the entire system and move it to the cloud away from a server. So they're like, okay, this, and so it's like, great. So then the pool guy, we call him, and the whole world is burning down because he's getting 900 calls a day because people can't control their pools because this app is fragged. And so then we started talking about this and we go, well, what happens if all of the apps got fragged at the same time? Because I guarantee you there will be a smart toilet and there will be a time where we have a massive solar flare. You don't even need to have, an EMP from an atomic weapon. There will be a massive solar flare someplace in the world, because this is the entire world now, and it will shut everything electronic off. And that wonderful young gentleman that we met at the store today won't be able to take a piss because he won't be able to find his dick without an app.
Wow. That's a whole another level of dependency that...
Well, it's called hyperbole. And if you don't know what it means, look it up. Yeah, no, I mean, seriously.
That reminds me of that meme I saw about the lady with the women that posted the picture of the purse with the zipper conveniently located at the top of the purse. And it was a pink purse with 2 openings, and how men couldn't find the zipper like that.
Yeah, exactly like that. No, but seriously, like it really, the more dependent we get on this kind of stuff and the less actual real skills we have, the scarier it is if anything goes wrong. Like, we're not that old, but the world has changed. Like, even from the 80s, like 40 years ago. So 1983, when I graduated from high school, like, I still had to call my parents at 11:30 to tell that, and I had to find a freaking phone to call them and say, I'm going to be home in 2 hours, just so they knew that I wasn't dead.
A phone with a cord, or a phone that was in a box, like a TARDIS, like a payphone.
Yeah. And it's just like, it's so.
And heaven help, you give one of those phones. Everyone, I think, has seen
A
that
rotary
video
phone?
now. When you give a kid that's under 30 one of those phones and they have to figure out how to work it.
How to work a
Rotary phone. It's pretty damn funny.
Yeah. No, it is. It really is South Park, that episode where the handymen became multi-billionaires because they were the only ones that knew how to fix anything. It's like, we don't know how to do shit, and it's just like, guys that a stockbroker and an attorney and whatever, they have no actual practical skills. Like, all of their skills are theoretical skills. And it really does. It really.
Well, everything's on our phones now. It's frightening. Like, everybody stores their info on there. From their credit card data to their lists to their passwords to things.
There is,
your whole life is on there, and
there is a cord that I was listening to this on Sean Ryan. I haven't listened to the entire episode, but he was interviewing this guy who was probably the most successful hacker in the world. He literally called into the federal government and said, your computer systems suck. You need to harden this or it's going to, and they were like, bite me. Like, they just said, like, go away. So he hacked NASA and changed the face sheet on their webpage. Like, ha ha ha, who's laughing now? NASA.
Oh.
And all of a sudden his doors kicked in because the FBI is at his house.
I remember that.
He said the NSA has iPhone charging cables. They look exactly like an iPhone charging cable. And you plug it in, and 100% of every single piece of data on your phone goes to wherever the hell they want it to go to.
And did they sell those under like the name Kumabachi on the Amazon website?
No, but it's just like, you sit there and you go,
oh, but I'm thinking people are most screwed if they don't have the Amazon app. What are they going to do? How are they going to get their replacement toilet paper and their I don't know.
All I know is
their new rug and their pet food and their deodorant all in one box arrive.
Yeah, so
really, what do you think you're most dependent on as far as apps go that really you'd find it hard to live without?
Are you looking for alternative investments and tangible assets that help you build and protect your wealth while empowering your financial future? Look no further than Eckhart Enterprises. With over 37 years of experience in the industry, Eckhart Enterprises is your trusted partner in the world of alternative investments and asset management. They have a track record of success with more than 1,300 investors on board and over $700 million in capital invested in tangible assets.
Their specialty lies in offering immediate cash flow opportunities through mineral rights investments so that you don't have to wait decades to see your investments pay off. Their unique AML approach, born from decades of experience, focuses on aggregating, maturing, and liquidating assets strategically to maximize returns. Join Eckhart Enterprises. Visit EckhartEnterprises.com, spelled ECKARD enterprises.com today to begin your journey toward building and protecting your financial future.
For more information about alternative investments and asset management, visit EckhartEnterprises.com. And remember, Eckhart Enterprises is your gateway to tangible assets and lasting financial success. Contact Eckhart today.
For more information about alternative investments and asset management, visit EckhartEnterprises.com, spelled ECKARDENTERPRISES.com. And remember, Eckhart Enterprises is your gateway to tangible assets and lasting financial success. Contact Eckhart today.
There's really, like, as far as an actual app, well, it would be something like it would be Apple Music or Spotify.
And I would say for me, it's maps. I mean, I've grown dependent on that, the nav stuff. I know how to read maps, but man, what a pain in the ass having to get out old-fashioned paper maps to figure out where you are in a new city. I thought of that when we were traveling here across the country and how we used to have to do it. And you used to have a map for every province we were going to, like every state, and then figure it out which highway and write it down. That would have been a royal pain in the ass.
Although
traversing
I
the
must
country
say,
with paper maps.
living in a new place, I like the map app, but I like to look at it and memorize where I'm going and then not use it when I'm driving because I find it.
But going through a foreign place that you're visiting, what a pain in the ass, right?
But I changed my Siri voice to an Indian, an Indian English, an English Indian accent
from like Mumbai.
From Mumbai, it's awesome because it's
now
like
you feel like you're back in Saskatoon.
No, you feel like you're talking to the help desk at Microsoft.
There you go.
It's perfect. You're getting good advice. Mm-hmm. Please take the next exit, sir. Yes, kind sir, take next exit. Would you like Tiger Bomb? Tiger Bomb, sir. Yes. It would be cool if it sold you Tiger Bomb at the same time because that would be the real experience.
Someday it will because it'll just know that you said Tiger Bomb and it's going to pop up on your phone tonight.
Right. But do not put the Tiger Bomb on your balls. That is very, very hot and not good. Not good. Do you have an app in the Tiger Bomb that tells you not to put it on your scrotums?
Perfect. This is going down and dissolving into a Doctails with Cocktails episode, which is going to be tomorrow night. So stick around for that.
Well, tonight when this comes out. So yeah.
True.
So I don't know. We don't know what time it is. We're almost to that stage of life where you have to write down the date on a whiteboard when you leave the house.
Somehow Christmas is upon us. It's almost December, and I'm still unpacking boxes. Anyway, enough
put the
of
Tiger
this.
Bombs on your scrotums.
So think about it. Think about how dependent are you on
and can you be a little bit
nation?
More dependent or a little bit less dependent on the electrics and more dependent on yourself?
Yeah, maybe just say no to some of that stuff.
This is gonna
because the more we say no, the more they're gonna just quit bombarding us.
There's just so many ways this ends crappy. Like just so many ways.
Well, I was thinking today when we talked to that kid about the days when I grew up at the cabin with literally an outhouse with a hole in the ground, which now is not cool.
Was it a smart outhouse? Did it tell you if you had cancer?
And it was smart enough that when it got filled to the top and stunk like hell, it was time to move it. There you go.
So you wouldn't get it pumped out. You would just physically move the outhouse to another.
We literally shoveled dirt to fill it in and moved it.
So
it was on skids.
Literally a shithole. Literally a shithole.
We built it out of wood. It had a moon on the front. It was on skids, like you would pull across the snow or the ground.
And how far away was it from the lake? Like 100 yards or less, like 50 yards.
You saw how. Okay, I'm bad with measurements. So how far away was that from the lake? It was behind our cabin. It had to be. Our cabin was on the lake.
50 yards, maximum.
A football field length.
Okay, that's 100.
100. Yeah, it was 100 yards.
Wow, I wonder how long it took for the.
That's why my hair is so luxurious when I went swimming.
That's right.
Anyway,
lake microbiome.
And so we're digressing, but back to the whole thought on what can you live without? What can you not live without? And do we really need all these apps? Maybe we need to
scrap the app.
Yeah. All right. Bombs away. Now a final word from our sponsor. At Pearson Ravitz, they understand that life can change in an instant. It's hard to imagine that a sudden illness, injury, or catastrophic event could put you and your family in a devastating financial situation. Physician-founded and physician-focused, Pearson Ravitz builds human connections before they create quotes. Visit www.pearsonravitz.com today and embark on a journey of safeguarding your future.
It's no secret that medicine is a bit, uptight. That's why Tim and I created BS Free MD, to mix things up a little and have fun in the process. Besides, we are having these exact same discussions all the time, so we thought we might as well invite everyone to the party. If you really like us, you can get plenty more and maybe see one of Tim's cool tattoos on our Instagram or Facebook pages at BS Free MD. See you next time.
Well, we try to keep BS Free MD as raw and real as possible. We can't be held responsible for any medical decisions or discussions had as a result of what you've heard on the show. We know, bummer. But the truth is, we really do care about your questions. So feel free to reach out to us by email at doc@bsfreemd.com.